The thoughts, opinions, and most importantly the perspectives expressed in this show are solely those of the participants including all guests, and do not reflect the opinions or practices of More Heights Media and or any of its production or advertising partners. Furthermore, More Heights Media does not endorse or condone all topics discussed during this broadcast. This show is purely for entertainment.
If you heard a Toronto man right now, how would you know he's from Toronto?
First of all, no one like the Toronto man's accent is disgusting.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Gross.
This is insanity. If that's what you're about to say, that's fucking crazy. Because I was gonna write this whole bit about, fuck Jayshetty. People like you were part of the problem.
What?
Oh, I'm just gonna hold that thing for 10 years and that'll be my come up.
Come on, bro.
But it's also people like that with that type of mentality. Like, no word of a lie. You're gonna see a man degrade and deal with a woman like that, and you're gonna pick a bag.
Are you going with this right now?
That one, because I'm ready to go. You're ready to go? Pree, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Nats, you ready to go?
Fuck this by YouTube. This video by YouTube.
Big him up behind the scenes every time. Zealous, authentic pictures. Keep him booked.
Keep him busy.
Back for another week in this bitch. SB, what's up, man? I thought you were ready to go, dog. Doesn't seem like you're that ready, my friend.
Why?
Only going up this year.
Still got your phone in your hand where you have to check on the lady friend? Tell her good night? I know we're starting kind of late, but like, what's up, bro?
You're funny.
Only going up this year.
Took you long enough to figure that one out.
Guys.
She doesn't think I'm funny, though.
What are you talking about?
Big up Face, not here today, but he's always here in spirit.
Face, mom.
Over here to my left, we got Pree.
Pree.
Find her on Instagram
at Pree_Pree and at www.bodyammo.ca.
That part.
Only going up this year.
That voice, that goes by. That's the homie Lazy Job. Big him up every time, yo. Go stream some of his music. Find him on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. All that good stuff. But over here to my right, the homie got his bun. What do you call it? A bun? What do you call it? What do you call that? What are those? What is that?
Top knot.
Top knot?
There we go.
Top knot, my blouse knot. Dog.
Now let's get it all in perspective.
Let's go, bro. Now let's get it all in perspective, man. What's up?
You got to introduce yourself, man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do that part?
Nah, you didn't.
Man, I go by the name of Bun. You can find my Instagram at Wha'SUP Bun.
And behind the camera.
We did knots already, man. Is that a authentic pictures, bro?
We did it first.
Oh, yeah.
Only going up this year.
Yeah.
Keep him busy.
Keep him booked. Keep him busy, yo. Got a couple events in the works. What was I going to say to you again? Oh, the music that I was playing off the top. Were you mad that you never got to come out on the weekend, yo? We went to When Dancing Nights.
I heard.
I wasn't mad, but I would have gone that day. Like, you know when you're in the mood to do something?
Yeah.
You just weren't in the mood to go?
No, I wasn't in the mood to go. I would have gone.
So why didn't you go?
He wasn't dressed for the occasion. I never really gave him the heads up. I thought about it, though.
Not a nice person.
I thought about it for a quick second. Like, I feel like SB.
That's very rude.
No, it's not. It would have been. It's. I like those random moments. I had a couple of beers, so I was kind of in the mood. Like that. That changed it.
I know, but even if he was like, "Yeah, FYI, we might go out after the pod."
What was the name of that beer again, real quick?
Singtao.
Yeah. Okay. You were saying why didn't I say that we're?
No, I'm not saying like, hey, like a formal thing. I'm just saying like, hey, we might go out after the pod, just so you know.
Yeah, might. Yeah, that could have been.
Might, not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you might have brought clothes. You might have like, who knows?
But even this guy, Nas was a last minute thing too. Like he literally was on some like, yo, I heard you're going out, because I was gonna go with some of the other homies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess not. We've never like gone out like that planned before, right?
But did he know before? Did he know before he left his house to come here?
Who not?
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
he could have dressed accordingly. That's
yeah,
all
but
I'm saying.
he found out later in the afternoon
No,
through one of the other
doesn't
friends.
matter what time or when.
Oh, but he knew to come dressed
just
accordingly.
before
Yeah, I guess.
leaving his house to come here. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, when's the last time you went to a dance night?
Oh man, like at least over like 10 years. A long time. It was a vibe. You had fun?
You haven't thought to go back though?
No, actually.
Yeah. Eh?
I haven't heard like the
Good things,
greatest things about it.
Yeah.
Because like when I was going, like those times was very, oh my God.
I feel like that's
It was a
just
time.
become the norm in the city though. A lot of those parties that were the it parties back then, they're not living up to the same hype anymore. And is it just the wave? Like all those early ons who were introduced to this new idea, this new concept, the vibe is gonna be there, but then over time it just dies back down and you gotta like sort of rebrand to something else.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's still a few long-standing parties that are always good.
Nostalgia is one of them, I guess.
Right.
I always hear positive things about
Always
that one.
great.
Redemption's a pretty good one that's still
They just moved the venue, so like the vibe
Yeah.
changes, right? Redemption
Yeah.
always used to be at government.
Is that okay? You want to adjust it too?
He did already.
Um
No, I just
Only
do
going
this
up
now.
this year.
I don't know why.
Only going
Don't-
up
You
this year.
you know why?
I kept it back,
were you
yo.
afraid to say that?
I mean, I thought about it, but I was like, do I want to do that? I don't know if it's one of those kind of nights, so.
Only going up this year.
Could we leave that in there, though?
Yeah, that's fine.
Only going up this year.
If you had said it, I would have said some shit.
That's right.
Anyways.
I would have
sorry.
talked about your flirting voice.
That part.
Mm.
I mean, we can get back to that if you want.
Oh,
after.
well.
But, I was saying, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah.
Could you catch a vibe?
I can always catch a vibe. That's the
Like-
one thing about me.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
had a
like-
good time.
It was all right still. It was all right. It wasn't as good as the previous vibes,
Yeah.
let's say, that I've gotten at that party. But
What time? I feel like it also depends on what time you guys went. Because at that party, always used to get really nice at like 2, 3.
yeah.
Because no one showed up until like 1:30.
Exactly. That's
So,
dancehall vibes, yo.
right.
If you're from the city, you haven't experienced a dancehall vibe outside of the downtown core, I suggest you come uptown at least one time in your life because
West.
there's some
Always.
party out. Exactly. West. I don't know about the
West.
East End still.
Only going up this year.
East End has a lot of, I would say, East End has a lot of fets now.
Yeah. That
They have
part.
a lot of fets, but
Yeah,
all
yeah,
like
yeah.
the freshie parties
Yeah.
are still like Brampton, I would say.
I've been to one, 2 East End parties. What's that place out in Ajax? Pickering?
Nugget, the Diamonds.
Whatever. Yeah, that one sounds. Diamonds. That
55
one-
Nugget Avenue, wherever that is. I don't even remember.
Yeah, that one sounds familiar. There's a few of them though. But I'm
Island
trying to-
Mix.
It's the one that's in Ajax. Anyways, whatever. Yo. Big up everybody in the East End, yo.
Only going up this year.
Ashley, how's your week, bro? How have things been?
My week's
How's your
good, man.
weekend?
Weekend's good. Week's good. I want to get on whatever Terrence Howard's on right now.
Why, he was on Joe Rogan the other day, right?
Yo, have you heard what this guy's talking
Yeah.
about lately?
1 + 1 multiplied by 1 shouldn't equal 1.
So
You
it should
hear
be
that?
equal.
He's like coming up with new ways to change the periodic table, what
Yeah.
she just said. He's coming up with some next way to fly.
Yeah.
He's got something
He's
coming
like
out
a
for
G,
Meaning
like-
to fly. Fly how?
He's got like fly, like
you
the
should
way
pull up.
that
I mean, if we can pull up the
he's got.
clip
Some,
of
he's
where he
talking
talks
to
about
Jeff
multiplying.
Bezos and Elon Musk to come up with something that's going to take out debris in
Are we-
space.
So hold on, we're not
He's
talking
on
about,
one
We're
right
not talking
now.
about airplanes. We're talking about like a flying, you as a human flying. What are you talking about?
No,
What do you
like
mean?
some sort
The
not
method
like,
of flying.
Yeah, method of flying. Exactly. Yeah.
How else?
I don't know.
He's
Yeah,
just
but
on one right
does
now.
he sound coherent? Like,
Yeah, no, like it's very, like he sounds extremely well versed, very educated. Like it's like he's beyond
It's like he's
his
acting.
times. Yeah.
yeah. I
But
wonder sometimes.
His
He's like-
theory of like the multiplication, like when he breaks it down, it made so much sense. And then it was kind of like a mind fuck. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Because
Remember
it
that-
still made sense.
No, because like I think it was like 2 multiplied by 2.
Okay.
You're multiplying 2 by 2, right? So what
Yeah.
is that?
4.
Okay. So 1 multiplied by 1 should be
more than one.
Right.
Because you're saying the square
Yeah,
root
you're multiplying
equals-
something.
Right. So it should be 2, but it's not. It's 1.
Yeah.
So like the way that he broke, and then when you think about it, you're just like, oh wait,
Yeah.
what? What the hell?
You guys remember that movie with Matt Damon?
Which one?
With
With him and Ben Affleck,
yeah, and then
and he was a janitor,
yeah,
and he was really smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you like them apples? That whole thing. He's like that in real life right now.
How do you like them apples?
I'm a horrible with movies. I need to know a movie.
Is that the movie you're talking about? He's a janitor and he's a genius.
You said it's Ben
I don't-
Stiller
I-
and
I-
who?
No, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
I don't remember him being a janitor. And I just
He's
remember
in
him
the
being super smart. He's like math. He's just ripping math apart.
Yeah. What? Oh my god! I can't believe I can't remember what this is called.
Yeah, it's at the tip of my tongue right now too.
Good. No. Fuck.
Yeah. No, it's there. Yeah. Keep going.
Don't say the name. Can you just say the letter when you find it? Just put movie with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I win at trivia all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to confirm
You
that.
don't remember that part where he's like, "How do you like them apples?"
No.
Where like there's some guy in a bar.
Is
and
it
he's-
the bar? The bar
and
scene.
he's punking Ben Affleck trying to pick up some girl,
Yeah.
and he just memorized something from the book, kind of like what I do.
Mhm.
And then he comes up and he just goes, "Oh yeah, but you just memorized that from blah 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 blah," blah, and then he just punked him.
Yes,
and he
I
got the
remember
number
bar
and he
scene now.
slammed and he goes, "How do you like them apples?"
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
How do you guys remember these things from these movies?
It's just
Because
one
I
of
know
those
I've seen this movie before, but it's just
Good Will Hunting. Of course you have.
yeah, it's one of those everybody's seen type joints. But
So yeah, that's like I'm on that vibe. Like I need to know what this guy's on, as in Terrence Howard.
what do you
and
think he's on?
Yeah, I don't know. He's talking about how he remembers being in his mom's womb. He
I
remembers
think
being
he
circumcised.
uses more
What is this guy talking about?
more of his brain. I think it's like the percentage of your brain that you've
There's
something like that.
he might be like hitting that like next level of consciousness too. Like his energy may be rising. I think it's Vivek Yogananda. He's got that book, The Life of a Yogi, where he talks about similar things, being like remembering being in the womb and stuff like that. So it's just, I don't know, but he just came out of nowhere with it. Like,
No, I mean that wasn't the first like time he's like said some like really interesting shit.
well, to this level. But there's some, I haven't watched the interview fully. I was
Yeah.
watching some guys that are debunking what he's saying. I'm just like, all right, I gotta check this out now.
It was just interesting.
Yeah.
Well, since we're shouting out Indian guys, assuming whoever the hell you just said was somebody Indian.
Wow, you're so
That line?
racist.
Yeah.
You're so racist.
Yes,
that
yes.
came
Holy
across that
smoke! So everyone's Indian.
What?
So how do you not know he's not from Pakistan or Sri Lanka? Because we're all the same.
No.
Oh, you should have said yes. It would have been so much funnier.
I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what a
Vivek
reference that you're
Yogananda,
just making.
yeah. He's like one of the first people to bring, I guess, spirituality and yoga to like North America, like back in the day when like World War II, even before that. Like I think he was there when.
Jayshetty was who I was about to mention.
Oh, he was here.
What?
He was here.
I don't know whether or not he was here. I just saw his interview come out with Charlemagne the other day. And
The
Charlemagne
fraud. That he's a fraud.
Oh, that's crazy. Hold
I
on.
know.
Jay Shetty's a fraud?
Yeah.
Fraud
You guys
how?
didn't hear? He was never a monk. Like he didn't do any of that stuff. Like
This is
all this
insanity.
stuff.
If that's what you're about to say, that's fucking crazy.
Why?
Because I was gonna write this whole bit about fuck Jay Shetty. Like you know how
look
you
at it. Look it up.
like it's just like if you want to wish ill on somebody,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't, but like as a person, it's like, I want to wish ill on this guy. Like
Yeah.
I want to see how positive he is when he's like fucking caught doing some shit.
Yeah.
And then like the whole thing about how he met his wife at a
A retreat.
no, not it's like a spiritual retreat. Like there's a name for it.
So they
though.
didn't meet there?
I don't know. That's what he says in his book, that like that's where they met and shit. And I just wanted to
He's
shit
just
on him.
like this whole thing
He's a
was that like
fraud.
he went.
This is crazy.
He went and then he became a monk.
Wow,
And he
I-
did that for like a couple years. Then he came back. Then he was elevated. And then he became this person. Right. That's his entire story.
This is oh my
and
god.
like he just never did that.
I can't believe this.
When
is
did this
fucking
come out?
happening.
Well, I don't know. Like earlier, last year I would say, or earlier this year.
Right.
Damn
But
it.
people still mess with him like that though?
No, there was like a whole like debate about it or whatever. So I don't know. I think he went quiet for a while.
Yo, shout
and
out
then now he's back.
Shout out to everyone that told me to read Think Like a Monk. Because I had like a whole bunch of brown girls, like my cousins and friends and stuff like that. Oh, you got to read that. You
But
sound like Jay Shetty.
I liked all
How do
his
you like
stuff
that?
too, though. Like all his relationship stuff. Like I listened to his podcast, like all that.
Oh, he's been
I
killing
was
it.
never a big Shetty guy. I was
Yeah.
never a big Shetty guy. I feel like you're the first person that I heard talking like
No,
talking about it.
everyone has been trying to throw that book down my throat because
Well, somehow
He's
in
Indian.
my algorithm pops up the Charlemagne Jay Shetty interview. It just came out like 4 or 5 days ago. And in the interview, Charlemagne's talking about trying ayahuasca for the first time.
This is hilarious.
So then
He
that's
doesn't
why I
bring
was
it up?
like, who doesn't bring it up?
Charlemagne doesn't
I
bring
don't know.
up his.
I never finished it.
Oh.
Maybe I haven't gotten that far. I think I'm like
oh my God.
15, 20 minutes in.
Oh, okay.
I think
yeah.
it's messed up that I'm like somewhat happy about
excited.
this.
You got really excited about it.
I want to see how he deals with this now because you're preaching all this positive, happy-go-lucky stuff. Like,
You sound like you're trying to shetty all over him.
yeah, it does, doesn't
Trying
it?
to shed all over him?
Yeah. Fuck.
Did you like that?
That's a horrendous joke.
Yeah,
It was that bad? Nah, you didn't like that one?
Was that like your version of a dad joke? I
Trying to shed all over the
actually,
man?
never
Like, you
mind.
trying to shed all over the man? Nah. It's not funny. It doesn't hit.
Also, stop. Just stop.
Damn,
Let's
yo.
move past it.
SB, you're the comedian, nah? It didn't
Stop
hit.
trying.
Oh, no.
To get a laugh.
I was trying to like...
I mean, I was going to ask how your week was, but I don't think I care anymore.
Wow. Let's talk about your flirting abilities. Let's go there.
How was your week?
Let's go
Pree?
there. Oh, now you want to
How
ask
was your
my week
Yo, How was
was?
your week?
It was all right. It was good. It was very, very, very busy
Look at you guys being all friendly.
It happens sometimes.
for now.
Yeah, no.
But
Still
keep in mind,
super
keep in
early
mind,
in the
keep in
pod.
mind,
It's early.
Gemini season,
It's early.
those two sides, they're about to start coming out.
Hey.
Scam of them there.
Shut up. Anyways, yeah, my week was very busy. Very, very busy. A lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of work.
Damn work stuff, yo.
Yeah. So
How's your week?
Oh, I was hoping somebody would ask. I'm joking.
Well, I could go on about my week.
Same thing, yo. Just busy, man. Like I feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up with stuff. The weather caught up to us so fast.
That
I was
played,
not prepared for this.
That played a big role in my weekend.
What, the weather?
I was outside,
Oh yeah,
all the way outside
yeah. That's kind of why I happened to go outside that
in
night too.
the day.
Yeah,
I love a day party.
Let me share something just for fun though, right? Because I was just bringing up the whole Terrence Howard thing instead of really telling you guys. Remember going to the science center as kids?
yeah, on like class trips and stuff.
Yeah.
It's about the only time I ever went.
The only thing I remember from that is like touching
that
the ball.
Oh, buddy, do I ever remember that?
Yeah.
And
That's
the
it?
electricity would just come right to your finger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And your hair.
And your hair, yeah.
Yeah, the hair.
That was like the highlight.
But everyone would want me to do it because
You guys don't remember the IMAX theater?
this.
The IMAX theater? That's what I remember.
that
Seeing
too.
the
I remember that
stars
too.
and
I
whatever,
remember
whatever.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I was the volunteer for my son's trip to the science center.
Oh, that's full circle.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
How'd that
Since
feel?
we're talking about nostalgia, it was interesting.
But you had your turn already. How are we going back to you?
Because you said the weather and it caught me off guard. So I'm like, we're not doing weather.
Anyways,
right now.
whatever. Continue.
Yeah, no, it was interesting to like.
Is the ball still there?
We went to like the electric ball or whatever.
Yeah.
We went to a couple of different places, so I didn't see that.
I feel like that was always at the end. Like you go around and then
Nah,
you
we-
end up there.
Yeah.
we were short on time the whole time that we went there. First, we went straight to watching this movie on a spirit bear, and
Okay.
I'm just watching how kids behave now.
But when you say spirit bear, what do you mean spirit bear?
It's called the spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but is it because it has multiple spirits?
No, it's just like a panda bear is a panda bear. Like that's just the name of it.
So it's
There's only like 200 of them in the year in the world.
Is that one of them?
No,
Okay. Just joking.
yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
just
It's okay. Talked about grizzly bears and all that stuff, but like that's not even the fun part. It was just watching these kids, yo. Like it was just interesting. Like when you were younger now, right? Because to me it seems like everyone's a little different now. They're all, how do I politely say this? Distracted.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like no one can hold your attention for something. Like something's always going on.
Mhm.
Were we like that as kids and we just don't remember it now because it was so long ago?
I think it was definitely hard to pay attention,
I think
especially
those
on
are just the bad
class trips.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I feel like that was just the bad kids who just couldn't hold their attention, so they were just got into some trouble.
I mean, I don't mean by like doing things, just like talking. Like you're out, like you're not in school, so like you're excited.
Oh, I guess yeah. That
like
part.
you're just gonna
going
like,
on the school bus.
yeah, like all that, going on the TTC, going on the subway, like doing all that.
I just felt like a big kid. Like, you know, the cool parents that would be on the trips?
Mhm.
Like, I felt like I was that guy.
I just think the only
Like, you
thing
wanna
that
be in my group.
I don't think that I was like is, you know, when you're on, I don't know the last time you guys have taken like public transit, but like the kids on like the subway and on the buses,
Mm.
they're just insane. Like they have no regard for anybody. Rude, screaming, and I'm like, I wasn't like that.
Mannerisms,
yeah. Like I'm like, I don't ever remember being like that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I'm like, maybe I would just talk loud and laugh with my friends. Like I don't know, but like that's different. But like just being rude and stuff.
No, Finch West from
I don't even. So the example that I was
or the 96.
The 36.
36. Shout out all our TTC bus
46,
drivers.
Martin Grove. Oh.
Shout out all the drivers who are constantly in their cars all day driving, listening to Speak Your Perspective. Shout out all the UPS drivers, the FedEx drivers, the Pure Later drivers, TTC drivers. What else we got? That's it? Everybody?
Just the drivers.
School bus drivers?
I don't know if you said FedEx, DHL.
Yeah, DHL.
Loomis.
Amazon.
Yeah, we'll give it to them too.
All right.
I'm sitting back in the seat. I'm watching all this stuff. The girl, there's a girl. It's grade 1. My son's in grade 1.
Mm-hmm.
She's kicking the chair behind me.
Oh, not
the chair you're sitting on?
Like I'm sitting on it. So like her feet are directly behind me.
She has her feet up and she's just pushing.
No, she took her feet down, but she's like, she keeps tapping it. And I turned around and did the whole, like 3 times.
Did she stop?
This is why I said what I said before. I don't think she could stop. So like 3 times I've asked her to stop. Another teacher even asked her to stop because they're recognizing what's happening.
Is she acknowledging you? Like, oh, I'm sorry?
No,
or she's not saying anything.
No, no. There's no sorry, but she's like putting her feet down and she'll stop for a minute. But then like it's like a nervous twitch or something where she just kept going. I'm like, that's what I was alluding to. I'm like, I don't think they could keep their focus. Like I don't think it was in her control to be able to stop. But yeah, that gave me a headache.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to catch a quick snooze. Like
sounds quite annoying.
Yeah, that's all I got. Back to the weather.
What I was going back to was the whole weather and how it went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
So my daughter's clothes, all their winter stuff is still in their closet. So now it's like, yo, I'm digging all over through these closets, like in the bags and all, trying to get to the summer clothes now because it's 35 degrees outside.
What's it mean?
You guys can't be wearing sweaters. Where's all your shorts and your dresses and all that type of stuff? I was so annoyed. And it's hard to like find the time to catch up on that stuff.
Yeah.
And still go to work and then cleaning and whatever other random things, mechanic, this, yada, yada, wash your car. It's like, it seems like there's just never enough time for anything these days. But that was one of the annoyances for me for sure this week. But I guess outside of that, it's been all right. Overall,
did you start your workouts yet?
A little bit.
Yeah? How many stones? How many bags of mulch?
We could talk about that off air, man. I can't be calling me out like that.
Only going up this year.
Anyways, I don't know. Where do you guys want to start this week, man? Because there's a lot to get into. There's this WNBA stuff. There's
Should we take a break first?
Quick break?
Yeah. Before we get into the seriousness.
We'll be back to some more SUP. What, that Diddy stuff? We could do that too, but we'll be back.
This episode is brought to you by Body Ammo. More than a look, it's a lifestyle. Pick up some body ammo to protect your mind, body, and soul. Now, back to some more of SUP.
You say don't worry, don't say a word. You say don't worry, that's when you heard me.
Shout out Safe.
Only going up this year.
New album out. Tell it like it is. One of the young boys from the city, yo. I like it still.
Song sounds good. Has a vibe.
It's up there. Made the playlist. But
Only going up this year.
moving on to some more important news. Not to downplay the album at all, but this Diddy shit, bro. It's getting kind of sticky for that guy out here. Bad boy for life, huh?
Getting sticky.
He's disgusting.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it's pretty bad still. I guess you weren't here last episode when it. I think that was the same day it came out or something. But I don't know how you feel about it. Like when you're the one that sent it to us actually in the group, and then
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you had already watched it at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you feel about it?
I just like it was hard for me to watch. Like she said all this back in November. Like this entire scenario it was part of that. And it's like it's so crazy that there were so many people like, oh, this is a money grab. Like she's just trying to get money and this and this and this. And it's like people needed to see proof. Yeah. I wasn't one of those people, but I'm just saying like people needed to see proof.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And it was just so...
Because a few people walked back their comments.
Right. And it was just so disgusting that like one, he felt like bold and like brazen enough to do it like in a hotel hallway, you know, and then he's doing all this like with a towel on, right? So he's holding one hand. So imagine, but imagine what he would do if it was behind closed doors or he was fully clothed.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just like a sample of like what she was like going
Talking
through.
about,
Yeah. And like when he threw her down or whatever, she didn't move. She stayed down because she's like, it'll get worse if I fight. Well, I don't know, but I'm like, that's what it looked like. Like, it will get worse if I fight back or whatever. But it's just, it's so crazy that this happened, 2016, I think they said?
Yeah.
So, like, statute of limitations, like, he can't get, like, charged on it or anything like that. But it's enough of, like, his, like, you know, like, to show that that is there. And I feel like they released it on purpose. Because you can't do anything about it, right? Like, you can't charge him or anything like that. Yeah. But it's like, I think it was like released.
You say, who's they? Who do you think?
So, like, I think that tape, my opinion of what happened is that, like, so that happened in the hotel that time or whatever. Yeah. He paid off the people.
Yeah, because he purchased
the
for
tape.
$50,000.
Right. Purchased the tape.
Yeah.
And then.
Like, how did it come out if you were the one that was in possession of it?
So then when his house got raided, they took it and then they released it.
Okay.
So the Homeland Security or whatever.
Is that something you'd want to keep though?
For Diddy, yes.
You'd rather just destroy it as opposed to keeping it.
Because he can show like, look what I can do to you. I bought this.
You think that's what it is?
Of course. It's all his power moves.
I think someone else probably had a copy of it and leaked it.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Because why wouldn't you have done that so long? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Nah, if I'm the hotel security person who got that, I'm definitely taking one of those joints home.
100%.
What?
One of those.
Like, that could be my come up 10 years from now.
Oh,
if that's the case.
That's what just
and
kind
exactly,
of
yeah.
I don't know. I just think that it's just so. It makes me sick.
People like you are part of the problem.
What?
Oh, I'm just gonna hold that thing for 10 years, and that could be my come up.
Come on, bro.
But it's also people like that with that type of mentality. Like, no word of a lie. You're gonna see a man degrade and deal with a woman like that, and you're gonna pick a bag.
Instead of doing what? Instead of like releasing it from
instead of reporting it to the police.
Oh well, yeah.
All right, so I'm happy you brought that up, right? So let's not knock him. But what about?
But that's my whole argument with this entire team because they knew what the hell was going on.
So, I agree with you.
So I think we had you want to talk about that comment right now too because it kind of ties into all this. The post.
Who he's talking about?
Our post of using.
Oh yeah.
Using Diddy's music and talking about what we thought about that he did when this video leaked, right? Accomplices in a murder or in an armed robbery have some sort of repercussions, even if they're not as guilty, right? There's something that they have to do, obviously, case by case. Everyone's dismissing his apology, that it's not sincere, that he's forced to do it, why didn't he do it before, all that stuff, right? And I get that. What about the people that knew all this was going on for so long? Are they not responsible for some sort of apology right now too? Or are they still playing out the role that he just played out? Which is, no one knows that I know, or no one knew that I knew, so I'm just going to sit back quietly. Aren't they shouldn't they be apologizing too?
So I have yes, they should. But the thing is with Diddy, so he's holding like all of these tapes, all of this stuff for like power, right? So like, okay, I bought out this like security hotel footage because I have money and like I can do that. So now if you have your like friends or your team around you or whatever, I'm paying your bills. You're on my payroll. So if you want to say something to me, like I can cut off your livelihood. So there's a position of power in terms of that as well. Women around seeing what, or maybe seeing or not seeing what he's doing to Cassie are totally afraid.
It's intimidating.
Right? So, and he doesn't like, it's not that Diddy has a history of like DV, like just against women. He has a history of violence. Yeah. Like he was talking about Kid Cudi and like blowing up his car and like hanging some guy off like a balcony and shooting this and this and this and this, right? Yeah. So there's so much that's tied to that. And then with his apology, Bro, this guy released his apology on his Instagram with still his retraction of everything on his page. So after Cassie put out those allegations, which are now obviously true, he wrote on his page, like in black and white writing, he's like, oh, this is a defamation of my character. I won't stand for this. I'll fight for this till the end. Please know that none of these things are true. Da 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 da. Then you put out an apology with that still on your page and the comments off. Why is that still there? Why are you saying you never did any of this? Now that security footage came out, now you're saying, oh my God, I hit rock bottom. I was on drugs. I'm in therapy. I'm doing this. No, you're not, bro. You're not. Now you're in therapy. Like, make it make sense. It's not making sense.
It's not going to make sense.
But it has to make sense in the fact that if this is what he's doing, disappear. Go to rehab. Go get help. Go do what you're doing. You haven't had time to heal yet to say that you're now in therapy. Like, that doesn't make sense. So, like, it's illogical. It's just not believable.
No, I agree with that.
And he's just doing it to try to say. So he should just shut up, is what you're saying. He should shut up and literally go get help. Like, the timeline doesn't make any sense.
What's your take on that? You think same thing? Just shut up and not be in front of a camera?
Russell Simmons, dog?
Yeah.
Gone. He hasn't come back since. We've heard him make a 1-2 comments here or there, but he ain't in the picture. Like, he ain't in one of these lenses.
Was he caught for
disappeared,
beating women and stuff like that, though? I think
sexual harassment on some employees and stuff like that, but once he picked up and boogied, we barely hear that guy's name being called. So to me, it's like, yo, go figure something out. Even Trey Songz is just coming back. Because he disappeared for a hot minute, too, because he got himself into some hot water. Leave, yo, go figure this stuff out. But like I said it last episode, my biggest disappointment was that was Puff as a grown ass man.
But it's
like 40 something.
And it's also
it's disgusting.
He was what? He was 37 and she was 19 when this started.
That too. And
so like obviously, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign you. He signed her to like a 10 album deal. Mm-hmm. So you have your hooks in this young impressionable woman for like so long.
Yeah.
And then seeing what he can do.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can punch you in your face. And then besides all of this, that happened in 2016, right? Mm-hmm. So he left, she finally left him or whatever, 2018, 2019 or something like that. In his BET, he's still like making reference to her. He thanked her in his like lifetime award on BET, knowing that this is all he's doing. He's still antagonizing her. He's still trying to be like, yeah, I have the power. You can't do anything. Like, he's a disgusting human. And he has daughters. Like, it's just so crazy. And now it puts everything back on the table. What really happened to Kim Porter? I don't know. What really happened to everybody? You know what I mean? Like,
conspiracies are definitely out there.
Because now there's video evidence of proof. And the other thing is people are still trying to defend him. Mm. And like, oh, what if she took something? What the fuck are you saying?
Who said that?
Some guy, I just went off with, and I went back and forth with this guy and like the comments, like some random guy. Mm. I was like, oh, like maybe it looks like she took something, and he was like trying to get it back. I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, are you like?
Yeah, that.
See, but like that mentality right there. Again, not defending it, just pointing out another point of view. I was looking up stats because the fact of the matter is, this is a famous person that's going through this, right? There's a whole bunch of people out there right now that no one knows about. And then the stat is 1 in 3 women are going through this in the States. Mm. So the money that she's getting isn't, it's what? It's not going to heal what happened. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, she's entitled to it based on what's happening, but it doesn't heal the trauma. But there's a whole bunch of women out there that have no voice. They have no outlet. They're just dealing with it. Like, no joke this time, right? What can we learn from this, if anything at all, that could put a light to this to help these people, you know? Because everyone just keeps shitting on this, and rightfully so. But it's like, you're not. The other guy already did that. As in, the other podcaster already shat on it.
But it doesn't. I understand that you're trying to see another viewpoint, but viewpoint is that he's a piece of shit.
No, I get
and
that.
But you keep saying like, okay, but what's another angle? Like the you're saying that 1 in 3 women,
yeah,
right? Okay, yeah. I was in an abusive relationship.
I was just that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's
So
like,
how
you
did you
can't
navigate that?
right?
Then?
So like, you can't
exactly.
You can't say like people always say like, well, why didn't you get out, and why didn't you do this, and why didn't you do that, and why didn't you say something? There's so many reasons,
For sure.
right? There's so many angles of it, and it's like, it's immediately one, you're either not believed, or because you didn't leave, or like it's always like blame the victim in some way. Like, what did you do? Why did you make him angry? This. Like, it's so fucked up. So it's like, even when you finally get the voice to say something, you're not believed.
Yeah.
So then you don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Because then you don't think you can get the help.
Yeah.
You don't think you can like do anything until you reach that final breaking point, or like you finally like confide in somebody that helps you, or you're finally like, fuck it, and like you cut off all contact and you run, or you don't and you get very, very hurt where there's no other option.
Are you okay talking about it?
What?
Your
I mean, I
experience.
just did.
I mean, like,
Do I want to get into detail?
Yeah.
Not really.
Just checking.
Yeah, I mean, it was not.
I
I
know,
mean,
because for all we know, there might be somebody out there listening right now who's dealing with the same bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I
kinda
obviously
like-
I was a lot younger, but like,
That
I
part
didn't
too,
know. Yeah,
like,
I was a
I
lot.
think that definitely plays a part, because
That plays a huge part.
because I
The
said even
maturity,
like
the immaturity, the emotions.
if that was like a
the manipulation.
22-year-old puff, all right, bro, like you
that's-
were young and dumb on
that's
some
Chris-
bullshit.
that's a Chris Brown.
Exactly. But you're grown. Like, you are a grown ass man.
I mean, there's
running
no
her
ever-
down
yeah.
in your towel and socks.
But
bro.
there's
it couldn't have
never-
been that serious.
I know, but there's
It
never.
couldn't have been that serious.
You know what it is, though?
There's never an excuse. Age or
There
not.
isn't. Yeah.
But-
I don't think he's present.
But I also think that he's never been like he's never been told like no.
No, yeah.
Right? He's like, I can. Everything always goes my way, or I'll throw money at it until it does.
And
So,
I think, do you think his
even-
father being in the streets when he was young and being like a guy
of it.
in the streets might play into that, because he was from then probably getting whatever the hell he
But
wanted?
that too, right? Like, it depends.
Like, he's lived a
sometimes-
sense of entitlement the entire time.
or how you grew up, right? So if
Yeah.
you've seen like, you know,
I'm gonna get my way no matter what.
or if you've seen
And I
that
have
in
the
your
leverage.
family, right?
Yeah.
So if you've seen like abuse in your family and
That's a
stuff
big
like
one,
that,
yeah.
and then you think that, oh yeah, that's normal. It's nothing like a 1-2 little slap here. I didn't. I'm just not saying that I did.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that-
but I'm
it's-
just
it's
saying
common.
like there's so many factors of it. Or if it's like you're young and it's your first love, you're just like, oh, maybe you're just so angry and passionate. So like you get this angry, and then, oh, okay, well, he apologized, so like it's fine. And then, oh, it won't ever happen again, and then it does. So, you know what I mean? You're very impressionable like when you're younger, or like sometimes that happens to turn out to be your pattern.
Even from a woman's standpoint, if you saw your mother getting beat by your dad, now you're more susceptible to allowing that or putting up with it in your relationship with your.
Not necessarily.
I don't
because
think
that-
so.
I'm
that's
just saying that it seems more normal. I'm not saying it should be the case,
I'm
but
saying I think you can go either two ways with that. It's just like if you see your dad's an alcoholic, you'll either become one or you'll never drink.
no, that's what I'm
and
trying to say.
you've
right?
made that same
So-
point on here before too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same
So-
example.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Using
But-
the exact same example. Yeah,
Oh.
the alcoholic thing. Like, if your dad's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But I'm overall, it's just like I'm very, very just like it's to read it, because like I read part of her. I don't know I don't know why I keep wanting to say like deposition, but I don't think that's what it's called. But like her documents of like all these instances that happen, and then to see it, it's like it's very jarring. It's just very
That shit's real
like
life.
it's just so
And
disgusting.
then imagine she was an artist who still had to go and perform from time to time. And
That I think that
you're
that
going
they
home to
showed
that?
that footage that they showed.
Yeah.
There was a picture. I think 2 or 3 days later, there was like an award show, and there's a
then they were
picture.
adding-
There's a picture of them, and like you could see they
Bruh.
found it, and then you could see like a couple of like you see makeup, but like a little
Yeah.
bit of like bruises on
Yeah.
her arm. And then I saw under like a Shade Room posted, and Shaka Khan's daughter. Did you guys hear
No,
what she
no.
wrote?
No.
So she wrote under the post, "I'm glad this is happening to you. You got in my mother's face publicly, disrespected her, yelling and screaming like a lunatic. When my little brother tried to get you out of my mother's face, your security jumped him, my 19-year-old brother. These may be your dark days, but I'm singing and dancing, watching your demise. Shaka Khan, isn't this great, Mom? And then smiley faces and dancing faces.
Wow.
That's messed up. So it's like all the things
sounds like a Shetty situation
that he did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all these, I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, a lot more stuff is going to come out.
Yeah, this is sad, yo. It's sad for the culture to me. But I don't think you care because 50's all over this shit. Because now 50's on some.
It's not that I don't.
He sold the, he sold the rights to Netflix.
Yeah.
And TMZ got theirs. He posted, I think TMZ sold it like to Tubi.
Another side of the coin, right? Like he's looking at it as in money's to be made.
And then he was like, if more victims come out, then I need to do another.
Well, there's another one that just came out right now. The model came out, right?
Yeah, I heard that news report late in the afternoon. There's a model coming out trying to sue him now too.
For sexual assault?
Yeah. It's rough
yeah,
outside
it's just
for some of these guys, man. And I hate to see it. And it makes you wonder how bad the industry can be as
I think it's also terrible because like a lot of people looked up to him, right? Like he did, and he did a lot for the culture. I'm not saying that he did it, right? And he made a stamp on like so many things.
A lot of careers, like a lot of influence.
And he was like one of the first like rappers to become like a businessman, right?
Like a real mogul.
So like, and he taught people like so much and how to like brand yourself and like do this and do that. And like just to see one, what power can do to you, and just like how he had no regard for anybody else. Like he has this like God complex that like nothing can happen to him. And I think he passed that down to his son. Because when Christian made that rap and he like started dissing 50, which was the worst thing he could have possibly done. Like that's just so stupid. I mean,
it depends how you look at it. It could be up-branding for him.
But he's saying like, oh yeah, they should have. He said in his song like, oh, they should have raided the other house. Like you're so stupid, and you only come from privilege. Like you've only known to be rich. So you think that this is smart. You think that this is a joke. You think that you can play off of this. Like, and that's what you're teaching your kids. Like that's just, you're creating a cycle.
It's already been created. I mean, he's the proof of that right now. Mind you, he could be on drugs too. I think that's the next thing. Like it's a dangerous cycle of things. You got the money, you got the power, and now you got all this substance abuse. That's a nasty formula, especially when like you're just, I'm just gonna say dark inside. Gene Deal talks about a couple of things. His bodyguard talks about a couple of things in his interview where he almost hit his mom too. Diddy. So it's like it's super dark. It's not that I like 50 or that it's not that I don't care about what's happening or anything like that. But I think this is way more common than just this. I think it's all over this industry. I think there's a lot more other cases where people could speak up out against what's going on right now. That's why I was saying the whole thing about people that are seeing it and do they owe an apology or not, or whether they should be involved, because that could lighten it. And then he might even, like his tapes, when that stuff, if it comes out or whatever happens there, and then like 50 keeps saying Jay-Z super quiet right now, and then Jaguar Wright points at Jay-Z as well. There is a lot more in this whole industry that's
if you guys had a friend,
a male friend or a female friend?
Male friend.
Okay. Bob?
Sure.
Shout out Bob.
Oh, right. Yeah. Bob. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bob, and what was the other guy's name?
Steve?
Whatever.
I don't know. But anyways, and he was like being like hitting his,
abusing his wife.
Yeah.
And we were aware of it?
It's not happening in front of me.
No, definitely not.
Are you paging him on it? Are you talking about it? Would you still be his friend?
We would have to talk about that. Like if it's, first of all, it's not happening in front of me.
Yeah.
Like that's just not happening.
Okay. Definitely. But like you see his wife with like bruises or something.
See, this is where it gets complicated. Because to your point, I'm
playing two parts to it.
No, I get it. Because there's only so much you can do as well if that person wants to continue to stay with this person.
Fair, but would you still be the
I'm
person's
still paging
friend,
Bob on it though. I'm gonna still be on something with Bob. Like,
cool. And
What's
let's
up?
say
Like, what's
and
that
let's
about?
say you paged him and he was like, yo, shut up. Like, that's not my whatever. However he responds to you. If he's like,
it's not my business. It's not your business.
Yeah, it was a
type shit.
one-time thing. Yeah, it's not my business. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, yo, she pissed me off. Whatever his response is.
Mhm.
And it doesn't stop. You're still his friend?
Nah.
Are you?
I can't be cool with Bob on some. I'll probably punch Bob in his face, to be honest. The hell, yo? That's somebody's daughter.
Ooh, that's
Just like Faith
nasty.
said. What? You're not punching Bob in his face, bro?
No, I'm just asking if
I'm not saying about punching him in the face. I'm just like I'm trying to put myself in that situation. Like, yo, what do you do? Like, cutting them, like you cut them off and now I'm not invited, like I'm not involved anymore. Like, I would want to help. But if my help's not being received or I can't help, then like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but how are you starting with the help, though? Are you checking Bob or not?
But like, you're like
is Bob on drugs? Is Bob?
Well, what is that? Like, none of that. Like, he hits his wife. Like, that's it. And he's your friend. And you page him on it. He's not stopping. That's just how he is.
Yo, it's so
You're
hard.
still going to get a beer with Bob?
No, that's fucked up. That energy.
I just feel like there's so many. There's
Like,
so many men that like. Okay, the stats are like 1 in 4, 1 in 3, right?
That means I probably have a friend that's doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, I
so
don't know.
You don't know
that's
about
what
it.
makes you wonder sometimes.
But how are you staying, like remaining there? Yeah, my brethren's like that. Yeah,
but how would you ever know? It's like, how would I
I'm
find
saying
out?
if you did, and you're just like, yeah, he's like that. I don't rate it, but like, you know, whatever, that's him. Nah, fuck. Like, that's not the mentality to have. Like, if more people checked their friends that are doing this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. Yeah, continue.
You know what I mean? Like, no, I
didn't want to cut you off. Like,
no, that was.
I'm just wondering if my friends, like, who are in relationships, like marriages or whatever, are like, if their wives would be comfortable, like, on some, yo, bun, this guy's acting up at home, like.
They might not, depending on how they framed it. I guess it's only if like your friends. Not ass, but like if you see like, okay, she's wincing or she has a
I don't see them enough.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? In
so it's almost like maybe we should do routine check-ins. Maybe we should do more group events so we can all see each other's partners and stuff when we have them.
That's a deep conversation though, because it's like what this is what I'm trying to say. Like, what can you do? When I point out that all these guys should open their mouth, I guess it's maybe easier said than done. But when you're in the situation, I haven't been in the situation. I don't know what the dynamic looks like.
If you have a friend and let's say there's like 5 of you guys and it's like, this is your group and this is your core group and one person is doing this and you guys page him, but he still continues to do it. There's no a repercussion maybe for him to stop and be like, oh wait, maybe this is really fucked up, even though he should know that, is if you guys are no longer his friend. I'm losing all my friends. Really I'm losing all my family. I'm losing all this. Maybe I shouldn't be like this. I'm losing my this and this. Like, there's so much to it.
I think some people don't realize that though.
But that's my point. On. But that's if people don't make it like, cool, you can say something, but make a, you know, call to action, do something about it.
I think that's what I need. I think Bobby needs to get straight in his face.
Yeah, I think a group would help as well. No, it's not just you saying it. It's like almost like an intervention.
So,
nah, I'm running down on Bob, bro. Definitely running down on Bob. Me and the man, them, the homies.
So, yeah.
I don't know. So what, we just think Diddy's over at this point? Cancel Diddy? That seems to be the hashtag right now.
I mean, I can't.
No more Diddy music.
Like, I mean, you see, it's like people, the music part to it is like, I feel like he's more of a like producer than like an artist, right? Like, what are his big bangers? Like Benjamin's, I guess.
I mean, his voice is still on a 1-2 song.
Yeah,
so
but like, I don't know. I feel like maybe DJs would, I don't know. Yeah. I don't even think it's to that point yet. Like, I think everyone's just like still shocked and like disgusted at where it's at. Like, I don't even think the music conversation has been like brought to the table.
People ain't there yet with it.
I don't think so.
Where do you rank this in comparison to Cosby?
I thought you were gonna say R. Kelly.
No, everyone's already said that. Like, is it because the industry is different? Like Cosby, I think we said this before too. If he still did another tour of comedy,
that depends on whether or not you believe the Cosby shit, though.
No, but I feel
Cosby,
like
to me, is a bit of a more conspiracy.
But you gotta look at it.
You don't think that's real?
I don't know, to be honest. Cosby's like the one that I really question.
Why? Because you need to see videotape.
Yeah, I feel like I need to see more, and just knowing what he was trying to do.
That's a heavy point,
Nah, well,
because you're just saying that you don't believe the victims because you need to see proof.
Nah, I'm just a conspiracy theorist, and I feel like there's more of a conspiracy with the Cosby shit than there is anybody else.
Did you
And
believe?
as much of a conspiracy I thought there may have been with the Diddy stuff, with the whole liquor, Diageo brand stuff, whatever. Mind you, that can still exist, and they might be the ones that are behind all of this, but they've already shown us something.
Yeah.
Cosby was just a lot of people pointing their fingers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where's the hard facts? Where's the where's the glove and the blood and all that other shit?
So did you believe Cassie when she first like made the allegations on him? Or you didn't believe it until you just saw the video?
Not that, to be honest, I didn't think about it that much. Like, I knew it was in the news, Diddy did this, I was disappointed, in Diddy, but now it's like
I believe that when he settled,
it's almost like you got to shove, like somebody nudge you, but this was like a punch in the gut almost. Like,
so in terms of like R. Kelly and Cosby, like R. Kelly was the artist. He was singing the songs.
Yeah.
Cosby was the actor. He was in the, you know what I mean? Diddy's like behind.
We saw R. Kelly's videos from like 19.
No, but I'm saying like Diddy's not at the forefront.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like is the difference.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's not the one singing. He's like producing.
Mm.
So it's like, if he's kept producing people, it's like where's the, you know what I mean? Like he's not in the front of everything. Like all these other people were in the front. Like it's like Epstein, Epstein, yeah.
Or Weinstein.
Well, both of them.
Exactly. Yeah, right. But like, you know what I mean? Like they were not in the front. Like, you know, what I mean?
They're not the actors or the politicians.
Right. Yeah. So like, I think it's different.
No, it's definitely different. I'm just putting it out there for the conversation.
I mean, well,
I guess we'll watch and see.
I hope anybody else involved in that situation with regards to Diddy, everything pans out okay for them. On that note, we'll take a quick break and be back with some more perspective on some other hot topics for the week.
Yeah, that was a heavy one. We can't stop on that.
What?
That whole. I feel like the energy changed. Like,
yeah, I think we should take a break.
It's that whole thing was dark. Definitely need a break.
Are you looking to refinance this year? Make home improvements? Need a new mortgage? No problem. If you are in the GTA, don't wait. Book a one-on-one consultation with Suresh Ravindran at 416-953-8073. Know all the options available to you.
You know the ones. Niggas talking all of that.
Rest in peace, Redway Boulevard, yo.
Only going up this year.
He would have been up there in terms of Toronto rap artists, and in terms of like even what we were talking about last episode, like a Toronto sound.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that. Because after I thought a bit more about it, even with Cardinal, when he had Bacardi slang, we all rated Bacardi slang.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody from the city rated Bacardi slang.
Yeah.
But you don't hear much of that type of rap now from these newer Toronto artists. A lot of them have taken from this like Chicago drill or this UK style.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, what is our Toronto sound? Do we just take a little bit of everything and then add our slang to it? Because that's what I think it is more so. We have a Toronto man slang that we speak with.
Yeah, but
and we just put it into the music. We don't have a 808 sound, like a Havoc, Mob Deep type New York sound, or a West Coast Mustard or Dr. Dre type sound. We don't have that Dungeon Family, that ATL sound. What sound does Toronto have? We can identify all of that music. If you heard a Toronto man right now, how would you know he's from Toronto?
First of all, no one like the Toronto man's accent is disgusting.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Gross. So no, but on that.
What?
On that.
Yeah.
So you guys are Toronto mans, right?
I don't know. SB.
I don't really talk like that.
Talk like what?
Whatever.
You're a man from Toronto. I never said yeah. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, but is the one though. Every Toronto man says yeah.
Yeah, but like that.
What's wrong with how I said it?
No, that's fine how you said it.
Oh.
I'm saying like how it is now with like I think like the younger generation. It sounds like don't talk to me with like your lip like crinkled up. and like you're on some scheme. Like, no, you're not. Like, don't talk like that. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's a turnoff. But with that, like the Toronto man, like in terms of like the dating scene, is disgusting. It's gross. It's shit. It's piss. The dating pool is literally pee.
Damn, it was that bad?
I would say that's how I would say like 80% of women in Toronto feel.
It's like
maybe 90%.
It's like so.
But what are the reasons?
Yeah,
though?
but it's
because
like
Toronto men want to be treated like women. That's a big thing. It's like, what do you bring to the table? There's no courting. There's no nothing. There's no like, okay, I like, do you want to hang out?
I'm definitely a Toronto
not.
man,
Do you want to go on a date? What? Ew.
I'm joking.
You're not though.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Continue. I'm joking.
What's your okay? All right. Let's say you meet a girl.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Pose to both of you guys.
Right.
Let's say you meet a girl.
Yeah.
Are you going to ask her out on a date? Like, are you just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's link up? Or yeah, let's go. Like what?
Yeah, I'll ask.
And what would that consist of? Like just generic.
How would I ask?
No, like just generic. Like what would you do?
Oh, like on the date?
Yeah, like what would it be? Like dinner, drinks, like oh no? What? What would it be?
You want to go first or me? Because you seem kind of silent over there.
I'm just listening in on this.
I'm going to ask him next. Or do you want me to ask him first?
I don't know, we could both go in on it. Like it just depends what the other person's into. Not everyone's into the same thing. You could go for dinner. You could do drinks. You could go.
Yeah, I don't do none of that lame shit. Last date I went. Continue. Finish.
That's not. This guy just said that lame shit. That's
dinner in a movie's like, yo, what are you in high school, bro?
I'm saying like movie. It's not even that. Like that's the point.
Not even that.
No, it's always like, oh, like you want to come hang, like you want to come over.
And smoke,
like, or do you want to hang out? Or it's like you
play
ask
video games.
No, the way that they'll ask is like, oh, like, do you want to link up? Or
they won't just be like, oh, I would like to take you out on a date.
Or it's like, yeah, like let's go out, and then so you're like, okay, when? And then they're like, okay, yeah, Thursday, cool, all right, cool. Thursday comes, you don't hear from them until like whatever, like I don't know, like let's say midday, and then they're like, okay, yeah, let's link up at 7, and then now 7 o'clock's approaching. And then the man's like, all right, yeah, so what do you want to do?
Damn, yo. We're going to have to get rid of this whole segment because I'm starting to sound like a real Toronto man.
See? Oh, sick.
My last thing was we went to Niagara.
So I'm saying...
Did a bunch of stuff at Clifton Hill. And...
Is that a first date?
No.
I'm saying like, so if you meet somebody...
Yeah.
And then... and you asked to hang your first hangout.
Check this out. So the most recent one that I could tell you was that was the deprivation tank, and
yeah, but
okay, hold on. So to get to that, were you like, let's hang out on Friday at this time and do this?
It's more like, what's your schedule?
But you already knew that girl from before, though.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, is there a plan?
Deprivation tank on the first date?
No,
what
that is
okay. About?
That is wild. But that's not the point. My point is
everyone is different. That was the first date.
But you knew that girl from before, though.
Really,
no, I don't think so. No. But that's not the point. My point
ain't no way this guy got a girl in the deprivation tank on the first date.
How you know? Because you have it. Because you can.
Way. SB, you got it like that?
I don't want to say anything. But like, that was the first date.
Real bad man.
I didn't want to say like that.
It's not like, I don't think it's
but
like,
it is
that,
like that.
but it kind of. But like my point is like the plan. Like, are you guys like, hey, what's your schedule like? And let's say she's like, hold on, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
I do like that energy.
And she's like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and you're like, cool, Thursday. Then what?
Where's the follow-up?
Do you have a plan? Is there are you messaging like continuously until then, or confirming in the morning, saying when it is or where it is? Like, is there a plan?
Do you need all of that?
Yeah. Are you just like, yeah, let's link up on Thursday. Thursday comes and you're like, yeah, so what do you want to do?
No. We had the plan set where we're going and stuff like that.
You didn't. You literally just said that. Yeah, you sound like
I mean, like you need a reminder. Like, no, if today's what, Sunday, and so I said, yo, we're getting together Thursday at 5. We're going.
Okay, so now
what are you in high school, bro?
So now from Sunday to Thursday,
do I have to bring it back up?
Are you communicating with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
But do I need to bring that up and be like, yo, don't forget Thursday at 5?
You need to confirm. You can't say Sunday. We have plans on Thursday. The day before.
Day before is good? Not
Yeah.
2 days before, day before is good?
No, day before.
All right.
But do you have a plan is what I'm saying? Or are you just like, hey, what do you want to
Nah,
do?
I got a plan.
Okay.
I'm the kind of guy that won't tell you what we're doing. I'll just tell you,
No,
get
that's
ready.
beautiful. That's wonderful. That's just rare is what I'm saying.
Yo, ask about me, bro. Like, yeah, I do those.
Okay, I will ask about you.
Yo, make a live call right
anyone,
now.
anyone
Make a
know?
live call right now?
Yeah, just do a little.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If anyone has any bun dating stories, please DM me.
Oh, thank you. I was like, don't
DM
put it
me.
in the comments.
No, DM me. I'll say it anonymously. You can trust me. Why? If you're so great, don't you want it in the comments?
This guy starts dying, yo.
So now it's hit me on the ones.
Yeah,
now it's hit me on the ones.
Link me on the ones for those ones, yo. Link me on the one for those ones, yo. You know the ones.
Well, then you guys don't seem like super Toronto mans. The only reason I'm asking is, have you guys seen the?
Oh no, but I could be a Toronto man. It just depends on your perspective. Cause some girls might be like, oh yeah, nah, bun, like, yeah, he has it together. He could like, he knows how to go.
Yeah,
out
if you're
but
checking,
some girls
if
might
you
be on
care,
some, like,
yeah, because if you
bun's a
don't
Toronto
care,
man.
if you don't care about the girl, then
In all
maybe you're not
fairness,
gonna
though, some girls just want to come over too, though. So is there a thing
That
as like
part, yo.
Toronto girls? Like,
No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, I think it's a thing.
It's not a thing. That doesn't.
Yo, what do you want to do? Yo, I'm just gonna come over to your place. We'll do
We can
whatever's
just chill,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a thing.
The people
Your
that
house is
are
a vibe.
calling
Exactly.
the people that are calling Toronto men like that, like are expecting a date. It's not a hookup. Like a hookup's fine. Just men. Toronto men are just don't put in effort, don't plan, don't try, don't do anything. It's different. If you guys both want to hook up. That's fine.
The Ashley Madison.
So that
We'll get to that after. though.
we'll get to that right now.
That segue is perfect.
Cause
You're done with the Toronto man thing then?
because I mean, I don't know. I feel like you are, and you're making me mad, like a Toronto man would.
Nah, to me it's just like if I say, Thursday at 5.
No, if you
we're
have a
good
plan,
Thursday at 5.
that's fine,
Yeah.
right? But it's always like
Some
people don't know, they don't put in effort, all this stuff, and like that's the norm.
Out of all fairness, I've been guilty of that too, bro. Like where it's not fully planned out. I am pretty big on spontaneity as well. But I'll go to a spot where there's options. What, spontaneity?
That's why Free's my dog, you know.
Every gal a pray.
Yeah, we both looked at each other at the same time.
Oh,
We can laugh. Did I mispronounce the word?
yeah.
Yeah, but we got it though.
Yeah.
Continue.
Damn.
Your arms though.
So I just gotta stand in.
Oh,
like,
arms
mispronounce
house. Holy smokes! I haven't heard that in a long time.
That's what I mean. But that type of stuff, I swear to goodness.
Fair.
And that's
or
what
arms or care, yeah, all that. Yeah. fair.
Just yesterday, I was like, "Yo, Toronto mans don't say, oh, we bagged a shorty." Yeah, I chopped that.
Yeah.
It's a Toronto man thing. It's just like Bacardi slang. Like that's what we need to
Unless
incorporate
you
more
heard
of in the
Jibby.
music.
I haven't heard Jibby in a long time. either.
Show, trust me, yo.
Yeah,
we
fair.
talked about it on one of these episodes too. We were talking about Black Planet and all that stuff, I think. But I feel like you were gonna say something, yo.
Just the randomness of it. To be able to go somewhere where you know there's a whole bunch of different options. You might have
So-
a plan to do something, but then you go there and you're like, you know what, let's
So
go
that
do this instead.
again,
You sound
that's
like a
still
Toronto man to me,
no.
man.
I think like it's still like, okay, we're meeting at 7 here.
Yeah.
Like that's still a plan. It's not like, okay, you're supposed to link up at 7 and it's like 6 and it's like, okay, yeah, so yeah, we're linking up later, but like, what do you want to do? Like what? Like you know what I mean? Like there's no plan, there's no effort, there's nothing.
Is there an age range for this? This whole what a Toronto man is?
I don't think there is an age range for a Toronto man, bro.
No, because they're like
Toronto man,
18
you're
to
Toronto man.
60.
If you're a Toronto man, you're a Toronto man.
I don't know. It's wow. I'm so glad I'm.
Yeah,
not-
but is dating the only thing that qualifies you as a Toronto man?
yeah.
That's it. It's just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So what? Toronto mans have that bad of a name on the road?
Horrendous.
Damn, yo.
Girls, please, women, please, in the comments,
Niggas need to
please.
step their game up, yo. I mean, I got a couple of my friends last year, the year before, because they told me they had never gone out and done fireworks with their girl. Like, you guys have never gone, like, bought your own fireworks, went to the park, turned some music on the car, had the
Yeah.
music blasting, or went and grabbed the pizza with some whatever, and just went to the park and did some fireworks with your girl?
Yeah.
Never. Like your men have been doing that type of stuff. Like what?
But there's a lot.
Use
like,
your imagination.
But this
sometimes,
is the thing.
bro.
Like a lot of like women haven't received flowers ever, or haven't been like you know what I mean? Like really not, or like a gift for like no reason, like because it's a Tuesday, like anything like just thoughtful.
You're off to survive in Toronto. That's why.
Man, it sucks.
Like, yo,
it's not fun.
These rent prices, these like interest rates, grocery prices.
But yeah, like you were saying,
well, the Ashley Madison joint, because that's the solution to all these problems.
You're a piece of shit, is what you are. Holy.
This guy's the one that has a profile.
I mean,
what?
It's true. He's joking.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Okay.
Well, you don't want to talk about it, bro? You keeping it a secret?
What, my profile?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what Ashley Madison's supposed to be.
Exactly.
I never got hacked.
But it didn't pan out that way.
Holy shit.
What?
Anyways, no, that's just funny. Yeah. So Ashley Madison, I think most, well, for our listeners that aren't from, I don't know, maybe they know or they don't, but it's a
Ashley
site.
Madison's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And it's a site for,
it's not as popular as now, but yeah.
For married people to like have an affair. Like their tagline is "Life is short, have an affair."
Yeah.
And dun. It was created by what? A Toronto man.
Basically, I'm not surprised.
Shout out
Dan Corgan.
You know what? Yeah, you're a Toronto man for real. Like I'm not even gonna hold you.
Shout out the hometown team, your Rexdale's finest.
Yo,
man.
shut up.
To get everybody caught up, we're talking about the Netflix documentary right now, right?
Yes.
I was gonna plug that too.
Sorry,
So we're talking about because Netflix recently released a documentary.
The funniest thing was when they said they started to go to different countries.
Yeah,
and then they had
India.
Oh, for sure. Yes. That was the best one. Of course. Yeah.
Yo,
your parents arranged your marriage. Your affair.
It made so much sense when I heard that.
Their marketing was pretty good.
Genius.
But
whoever came up with that one,
they didn't take off until like their marketing was that bold.
Bro.
Like it's what like from
they started to incorporate women into their thing.
Well, like, I mean, yes, fair, but like I think their first like taglines or the way that they were trying to promote it was like very like taboo, so like they weren't getting much traction in the beginning, and then they got the new CEO, and then that was his tagline, like "Life is short, have an affair," and then they started branching off into other countries and then doing it like tailored to that country.
Exactly.
So like that's what India's was, which is crazy.
I think that's funny.
Like it was actually insane.
It had me,
yeah, but like that time, like when they, so basically the spoiler alert, but like
I haven't even seen the whole thing.
So pretty much like, you know, it just talks about like how the company started, and you know, it was just like a market that was like untapped. Like people are gonna cheat. Like people typically cheat like within the workplace and stuff like that. So this is just like a
similar to the 1 in 3. It was the same thing. 30% of people that are in marriages were cheating.
So quote unquote, it's a safe space or whatever. So first it was like everyone's like blaming the website for like people cheating and whatever. So their main thing was like 100% security guarantee and like all this stuff. And
nobody's gonna know. You can do it so discreetly.
Yeah, exactly.
Private messages and
all this stuff. And then basically,
except they have your credit card information.
But all of that. And
the
then
guy that gives us, he's like, I gave all my real information.
Yeah, but then
real name, real address.
So what would happen is that like wives or husbands would see the charges on the card.
Yeah.
And it's like a shell, like it's a parent company.
Yeah.
And they
Those
would
guys
call.
know what they're doing,
And
what company has your back like that?
So they would call and say,
sorry, ma'am, your name's not on the credit card.
That's what they would say. And then they would call back with their husband or their partner and be like, okay, what's this charge? And they're like, oh, we're a company that makes charges for several companies, so we can't tell you which one it exactly is. But I'm so sorry, we'll reverse the charge. It's $19. They reverse the charge. The husband or the wife calls back with a different credit card info. Yeah. So like it just doesn't stop. So that's how they retain their like security in terms of the payment.
Yeah, the game plan.
And then so
that's
they
what
would
you gotta do, bro.
Then they would have like premium like security where like, okay, we'll delete your security we'll delete all your information, like it'll never be traced. And basically they found out is that, so anyways, they got hacked. So that was the time. I don't know if you guys remember. This was like 2016.
No, I remember when it came out.
I remember
when it happened.
when the security
I don't remember when it happened. I remember the story, but I don't remember what year it was.
I remember the security breach. It was
longer.
it was crazy.
I just remember laughing about it.
Everything about it on the internet. Yeah. And so they basically found out that all of the like security guarantee like emblems that were on the site were all like made up emojis. They just like made it, like manufactured it in like Adobe.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. And I think like
it's real life out here, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And those guys had what, 7 million freaking things at that point?
Probably more.
Was it more than
users?
That? Yeah,
they
users?
claim to have had
35 to 40 in 2015.
At that point in time?
Yeah.
Just imagine, yo.
And then they found out that the majority of them are just men and all the women on there were bots. A lot of the percentages of the women were like,
yo, that's
bots.
How they were doing that?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So like you'll send a message, like the people, employees at the company were like, they got profile photos and then they would send a message. You could send a message to, like women could send messages to all the men.
Yeah.
Men have to pay
with the coins.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how they would do it.
That's kind of like what it is on like a Tinder right now too, isn't it?
We have to pay for them now?
What?
You
Tinder and what's the other one?
You don't have to pay for anything unless it's Tinder Premium.
Exactly.
Or Bumble Premium.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never used that. I mean, I used Tinder and Bumble and Hinge, but like I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you can pay to see joints, like who liked you or something like that. But anyways, yeah. So basically, the huge security breach, all their info got leaked. Like,
is having one of those accounts a Toronto man thing?
I don't even think Toronto mans would care about having an account. They'll just do their nonsense.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm talking about like a dating app account. Is that a Toronto man thing? Like, do most Toronto men are on dating apps?
I mean, I don't knock dating apps or websites or anything like that because I just think it's harder now to meet people. Yeah. Like it's harder, like at an older age or anything like that. Like, no, I don't think that's a Toronto man thing. I just think that it's.
Yeah,
I support that.
Let me throw a question at you guys. Have you guys ever cheated with a married person?
No.
Have either of us cheated with somebody who's married?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so. Not that I know of.
Okay.
You have?
Have you?
He has, definitely has.
Do you believe in that?
Unless I didn't know. Like I don't know.
Like you never knowingly kind of did that.
Like I don't like I'm saying like in my like I don't. What if I didn't know? Maybe they were and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you knowingly did it.
Yeah, I knowingly did it. Are you guys for the whole concept of
jayshetty out here, huh?
Not even. I was young. And she was a lot older. Do you believe in the concept of being monogamous?
So I wasn't going to say that. I have something else to say about the like if you've been with somebody that was married or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe in the concept of monogamy. I do. But in terms of like, so can I ask you a follow-up question? You've been with someone that was married. Did you feel bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
at what point,
before, after, during, whatever.
Not
during, but like.
No, definitely not during.
My point is that I this is a very sticky, I guess, statement. But I always feel like the person that is in the responsibility is on the person that's in the relationship.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So like even if you were to do something with someone that's in a relationship,
yeah, like
you shouldn't, like, you know, morally, like
that's
knowing
what
that,
it is.
But like the responsibility of like, because the outside person has no loyalty to the partner, right? It's that person, which is why I never understand when like there's a couple and like let's say the guy cheats, the woman in the relationship is mad at the girl instead of being mad at the guy. Like the responsibility is on that person. Because like what if the person's not trying to break up a happy home? I'm just saying I think that the liability or responsibility relies on the person in the relationship. I don't think you should do it.
That's what their rebuttal was with this website as well. When everybody was saying, oh, you're having people cheat and yada yada yada. I felt like she brought.
I also don't think anything's wrong with not that anything's wrong with the website, but like there's a market for everything.
Look how common it is,
right?
Like
so
even,
it's like
even the divorce rate.
They created an avenue for people to do what they're already doing. So they're not making you cheat.
Yeah,
you're choosing to sign up and do that on your own.
And just so it doesn't look like I'm ducking from what you're saying, I was way younger than the person that was with at the time too. So it's like, it is what it is. But I agree with you. I feel like it's on the person that is in the relationship.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
What did you have a follow up? Oh, do you believe in monogamy? I think that was your question, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Why are you umming?
I don't know.
All right, go ahead. Think.
No. I don't know.
Is that a question?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'll let you think though, because there's a lot of books that break it down into science and compare us to animals, right? Like to chimps and what's the other one? Bonobos. And before we got into basically harvesting and farming, when we got out of the hunter-gatherer phase,
okay,
we would have multiple partners. It wasn't just you're in this relationship, you're with this person and whatever else. So it's somewhat of a, I don't know, I guess you could say in certain societies it's still different, but it's become more of a like a social construct, like get married, stay loyal. It's become more value or moral oriented, and maybe you could tie in religion, even though some religions don't even do it. So there's a lot of room for this, but even now there's so many different forms where people are experimenting with so many different kinds of relationships.
I feel like that's definitely changing. Like the
culture
ideal
of it is changing, and
I think 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, like being in like a throuple or like a open relationship or open marriage or all that stuff, or having like, I'm not saying like having multiple wives, because that's been around for centuries.
Still a thing.
Yeah, and it's exactly.
I'm saying it's still a thing. But I'm saying like different types of relationships now are more common. Like now there's like 3 people in a relationship.
Yeah,
what is that,
in a relationship.
Polyamorous or something?
Yeah, I just know it's called. I don't know. I thought polyamorous is like you are attracted to whoever, like whatever.
Is that what it is?
Like I'm just attracted. Like you could be a male or like a female, like a man or a woman. I meant like a throuple, so I was like just three people in a couple. Yeah, something like that.
You're gonna need that soon with these house prices.
Yo. Trust me, yo. Yeah, I was gonna say, because even on the other side of the world, we're just not as familiar with traditions and like them being as common over there.
Right.
Whereas over here, that's what they teach us. So it's like, who am I to say whether it's wrong or right? But I guess it's just a matter of, what do I believe in? Well, yes, I do believe in having just the one partner.
I also think that like, I feel like society pushes that, like, you need to get married, you need to have kids.
Basically.
Like, and so like
they
the people
try
that
to give us the blueprint.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like I felt like that for so long, because like I'm older, and it's like, oh, so when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? And it's like, it's like that's what gets like pushed on to a lot of people.
And that generations that's pushing it on got married like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah,
if that.
Exactly.
Most of my cousins
now,
got married early 20s. Almost all of them, like 22, 23, 24.
I wonder how many of them are on Ashley Madison.
Don't talk about my family.
You want to laugh.
No, I'd laugh.
You want to laugh. You want to laugh.
I give it a smirk. Like, yeah.
I mean, my parents got married really young. Shout out to them, actually, because their wedding anniversary was last week.
Yeah, my parents got married pretty young too. Well, my
parents got married when they're like 16.
16?
Yeah, 16, 17.
My mom was 19 and my dad was 26.
I think they had 2 kids by the time they're 19, 20.
19 and 26?
But are your parents, like my parents are still like in love. Like they do everything together. They still hold hands. They do all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Do yours?
No.
Okay.
Nah, that phase died a long time ago.
Not even close.
At this age? Nah.
I think it's because they like
I used to make them do it.
my.
I would
Oh
make
yeah.
my dad go kiss my mom and stuff like
Nah,
that.
they had like
No.
they
tell her that he loves her and all that type of
No.
stuff.
nah, they're way older. They don't do any of that stuff now. But like they travel the world.
My parents are
together.
old.
Like, they've done. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to back them up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They had their phase. Like you see old pictures of like they
Yeah,
were.
for sure.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
where they
yeah.
just went everywhere together.
Yeah, like they just finished having sex type joints.
Ew. Why?
Because it happened. That's how he got here.
I know, but like I don't. Well, I mean, maybe you're not really.
Buddy. It's like looking at a wedding picture. It's like
No,
you know they had sex that
I
night.
get it, but it's just not in a way that you would want to picture your parents.
Trust me.
I can't picture it, even with when he says that. Like,
You can or can't.
cannot.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I don't see any of that.
Hmm.
Look at this guy. He's thinking about it right now. You're
Nah, shout out that
disgusting.
same episode, yo. What did we title that one? I don't even remember, man. That was one of the early joints. That was like the beginning.
Was one of the beginning ones.
Yeah. We talked about it. I've shared some stories on here. Anybody who wants to go
Am
back
I
and
safe to assume that when we're
dig
like
through the crates?
when we started talking about all this sex shit right now, right?
Mhm.
Like, did you guys get like a little uncomfortable? Like, I felt like the energy shifted. Like something happened where it's like there's a lot of ums
At
and
what
ahs.
part? At what,
I don't
what
know. At
part?
some point here, no.
I'm never uncomfortable talking about sex, so
Yeah, fair. All right.
I don't feel like I'm uncomfortable.
I just said like I was just hesitant because he was talking about your like I don't want to think about parents
Oh,
or talk about parents doing that. Like I know it's a thing, obviously,
definitely a thing, yeah.
but yeah, it's just not. I don't know, something I want to discuss.
So what if it was your child?
I
I'm
don't
not
think
looking
I
forward
don't
to the day
think
that my
about
daughter
it. I
gets
just-
married and I have to look at her like, oh, I know it's gonna happen tonight.
Why?
know what I
But
mean?
why are you thinking about that?
It's not that I'm gonna be thinking about it in the moment, but it is what it is. Like, imagine, I even thought to like develop a bit with you. Like, imagine being a dad on the wedding day. It's like your daughter's getting
Oh
slammed.
my
that
god,
night.
this is
It's like almost like a
crazy.
guarantee.
This is
No?
just weird. It's weird.
All right.
It's not weird. Anybody else think it's weird? I'm by myself here.
I haven't reached that point in life, but
Do you think it's weird?
what? You've never thought that far into
Thank
it, right?
you. But you're like, look at what you're saying, you weirdo.
Listen, it's not that I'm thinking about my daughter in the act.
I know
but it's
that.
like,
I get that part.
it's just one of those things. At some point, like, you're never gonna think about you're gonna have grandchildren. Yes, SB?
Yeah. Well, God
You would
willing.
hope.
God willing.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of like that still has to happen at the end of the day.
No, I get it, but I don't
traditionally,
understand.
even
like,
going
I
into the whole
understand how biology
Fairy
works. Right?
tale, storybook stuff that they preach
I
to us.
totally get
On
it.
your wedding night, you go.
Yeah,
and
but like,
blah,
it's
blah,
just
blah.
not something that I would think. Like, I wouldn't think about that. I'd be like, oh yeah, I would love to have. Like, if I had a child, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to have grandchildren, and that's where it would stop.
My kids are so young right now. There's no way I'm thinking about any of that.
Right.
But I like, yeah, I don't know.
I really don't see it as being that weird. You guys, it's that weird.
I'm
to
not
you
saying
guys?
it's that weird. I'm just saying I'm not thinking. Well, it is kind of weird actually. More so just because my kids are so young. But I don't even understand what you're trying to say exactly. That they have to have sex for you to have grandkids. Like I understand that, but like what do
No,
you?
because Priya said it's like she never like thinks
Yeah, I
about her
don't-
parents in that way. So it's
No,
like-
I don't want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you took it to grandkids. I'm trying to
yeah,
get off
because
topic here.
it's both ends. It's like
This guy just trying to swing
whether you
throws.
go up or down the ladder, it's like we as human beings are how you bear children.
Yeah, but you see how like he.
What is this?
You see
How
how
you bear
he's like-
children.
you
That's
see-
how you create.
I know, but do you see how
Thank-
he's like? I don't even think I can't even
This guy's giving me a health
picture
class. lesson
my
right now.
parents like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, do you get that part? Like how he's like, I can't even like.
No,
I
you're
can't
letting him
even
off the
picture
hook.
it.
Where's this
I
kid?
know, I'm
Where's this-
trying,
where's
man.
this
Like-
thing going?
As a child, you were never thinking to yourself like, "Oh, I just watched my parents like everybody went to bed." You maybe as a child, some kids may have even heard their parents having sex before. You get what I mean? Like
Yes, I get that, but I don't like. I don't think of. I don't like. Oh, okay, we're going to bed. I don't think about that. Like that.
It's
Like,
like
it just
traumatic
doesn't come-
experience. You're
because
trying
you were
to like,
younger.
get off
You
your
were
chest.
younger. You would never have thought about that, right?
No, like I don't think about that now. Like I just don't think about it.
Right.
I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't. Anyone else want to chime in here? Like, I just don't think about it. Like, it just doesn't cross my mind.
Where are you at with this now?
Yeah, but so you've had
what?
I don't know, especially because you mentioned that your parents are affectionate.
They are. I mean, like, they affectionate in terms of
will lead to something at some point. So there could have been nights where you were over there, you left, and they went upstairs and started knocking boots after. You just never thought that far into like the story.
I just don't think about it. And when I say affectionate, they like. No, I don't think about the story of like my parents like that. And when I say affectionate, like they hold hands when they're walking in the mall.
So have you seen them kiss before?
No, maybe my mom's kissed my dad on the cheek, I think, maybe, or the other way around. But like face, like nothing.
Oh, I never like tapped her ass and like chased her up the stairs.
No, this is really uncomfortable.
I don't know why it's that uncomfortable, but I don't know.
That's funny.
I don't know how I'm the only one that has this opinion. But cool, perspective matters.
I mean, he seems a bit uncomfortable too.
No, it's not uncomfort. It's not discomfort. I just there's nothing like you're saying they're intimate as far as holding hands and stuff like that. I haven't seen anything like that. So to me, like
I'm just saying they still have like they still like they love doing things together. They travel all the time. They like my mom picked up golf because my dad's like an avid golfer. Like when my mom's cooking, my dad's like in the kitchen chilling. Like they just
they're like
really
watching a movie together.
They still really enjoy like spending time together. They go on walks. They go on bike rides. Like that's what I mean.
That one little joke took us so sideways, and I was like, yeah, those pictures after they just finished having sex type joints.
Yeah, so all
right. Every one of those wedding pictures that you guys all see in your homes, yeah, just imagine what your parents are doing that night.
Why are you still on it and still repeating it?
We could leave it there, but
yo, like when you're watching porn, right? What section do you go to? What section are you on?
You're an idiot.
Oh my god! Get me off this episode.
That's funny.
This guy's on some senior porn.
All right, yo. Moving on.
Goodbye.
What?
Chimes.
Well, and so what? We're not gonna...
Take care, everyone. Oh my god.
I mean, if we're gonna cut all of that out anyways, we gotta add something in here, no?
Bro, I seen dog, and a dog and a bro is still here fam, so I just took away the dog, took away the bro, and now I say fam.
The hell is that?
He's trying to save you.
Do you hear what he sounded like? Blah, sick.
WNBA, dead it, leave it. Quick comment, I don't know, leave it.
Excited for it.
Do they have a name for the team yet?
Definitely. No, not yet. I think they're coming in 2026.
I thought it was 2025.
Was it? I don't know. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too. What do they know about it? Other than it's going to be in the, what is it, the Coca-Cola, whatever.
They put in the bid for it. So
yeah, but we're receiving a team, right?
Yeah.
It's been confirmed.
Yeah.
So it's still
I'm
very
glad that
early
it's coming
stages.
to Toronto. Yeah, for sure.
Toronto's definitely a city that I think is deserving of it.
I think it'll get a lot of there'll be a lot of fans, like a lot of like
for sure
attraction for it here. Like the first one here, it was sold out in Scotiabank. Yeah,
but to have to keep, I mean, I can see them keeping it up because like basketball is a huge sport in the city itself.
Think about like the Raptors when they first, like in '95,
Skydome joints.
It was empty.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like the, you know what I mean? So
Skydome was a really big place to fill though, even though they moved
I know, but
it was still kind of
just saying, right?
Weird.
But I think like
it was still kind of weird.
The traction and what's happening in the WNBA right now, like I think it's a great time for like an expansion. They've been talking about it for a while. I'm just glad that we got the bid. And I think it'll be really good for the city.
Any name ideas? Because I have a couple.
Let's hear it.
You haven't thought that far?
Nah.
Toronto Twilights?
What?
Nah, doesn't hit.
That's stupid.
The Twilights.
What? Why?
Okay.
What's a Twilight?
Toronto Sting? Or is that already a thing? Is Toronto Sting a thing? I think I might do the lacrosse team.
I don't know.
Toronto Rock is a lacrosse team.
Yes.
Is there a team already with the Sting?
I don't know. When you say sting, I think
Instead
of
of
hornets.
instead of sting, it should be tings. Toronto Tings.
Only going up this year.
The Toronto Tings.
You're saying it like a Toronto. There's no way.
The Toronto Tings.
No.
That's the WNBA team right there,
No,
man.
son.
No,
No, son.
we can't run with that one.
No.
The Toronto Tings.
No, absolutely not.
Why?
Veto.
That might win.
Bro.
Veto.
Yeah.
Veto.
Toronto Tings, V.
No.
Run up.
You're
What?
stupid.
What happened?
That's actually pretty fucking good.
My phone, though.
That's on your phone?
This is my trap phone.
Yeah, eh? You're sick.
Toronto man things, bro. You know about that, yo. I'm a real Toronto man out here.
Oh my god.
Two things though with basketball news still. Who you got with the teams that are left?
I'm so.
We got Boston, Indiana, Dallas.
Did you think the Knicks were gonna lose?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, from OG went out and they lost.
It was the first quarter that had it for me. They looked tired.
I didn't even get to see it. I saw like
They looked tired.
like 3 minutes or maybe the third quarter or something. But I would have won. I much prefer seeing the Knicks win, but I didn't have the Knicks win in that series.
No, yeah. I
But
mean,
definitely
it would have been
I'd
great,
if the Knicks went through. Yeah, for sure.
but I don't know if they would have. Who they would have faced Boston.
Basically,
Yeah,
then the Boston
yeah.
was I mean, Indiana's been playing some really solid basketball.
Yeah.
So they did for game one went into OT,
Mm-hmm.
which I was kind of surprised to see, especially because they were down.
But so
but-
who do you have?
I want to see Minnesota win. To be honest,
Yeah.
I really want to see Ant-Man do this. I want to see the West win. I don't want to see Boston win. I want either Kyrie to get another chip, even though I'm not the biggest Luka fan.
Why?
But I'm a fan of Ant-Man though. Like
Why? You don't like Luka?
Nah, not really. Still,
How come?
I don't know. I think it might be a color thing, to be honest. I'm joking.
Did you like Dirk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely Dirk.
Okay.
Dirk's a bad boy.
Hold
Nah,
on.
yo.
Dan
was like,
Corgan.
hold on.
Real bad man.
Nah, Dirk's a bad boy, yo. Dirk is like a bad boy. Trust me, I always was a Dirk fan. And because Kyrie already has a ring, I could see him lose. So I kind of want to see Ant-Man get that ring, bro. Coming to the league early on, so my guy this because he's out there talking wicked right now, yo. Not
Big
you been
talks.
seeing? You been watching? Yo, he's talking like a real bad boy.
Yo,
out
he's
there,
going
yo. Like,
off. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm like,
he's
you know what?
backing it up.
But I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna say it with your chest and just
Exactly.
keep going and keep going. And he has been.
And his game 7 performance wasn't even that good, but they still won. He
Yeah.
has the team riled up, and that's what I like about
He's got
the
a
young
lot
boy.
of people
yo.
riled up. A lot of people are talking about him.
Yo,
right
trust
now.
me, I'm
The
a big
comparisons
fan,
are already
yo.
being made.
Exactly. And I don't like to do that to people. Like, give them those
But
titles.
did you see what
early,
he said too?
da-da-da-da-da.
When they were talking to him, like, oh, if what they say, if MJ was to guard you, you think he could do it? First of all, I don't want to get compared to
I didn't
him,
even
but
see this clip. I didn't even see this clip.
maybe
What did he say?
he's like,
I don't wanna be
hell
compared to
no. Like he said, no, he can't guard me either.
Yeah, eh?
But that's any what's the word?
What,
You
young
need
boy?
that attitude. Though.
That's
Yeah,
where I was going.
You need that
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah, like no one like
Like, he didn't shy away from
everyone's
it.
a GOAT. Everyone's gonna call themselves the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm
How old is he?
like 22, I think. 22, yeah.
Yes, time.
So I'm going Minnesota. Who you rocking with?
I don't know.
Definitely not Indiana.
No.
Even though Pascal, yeah. I don't want to see you guys win though. And Boston, traditionally, I would have been a Boston. Yo, like,
That's where I'm leaning.
Paul Pierce was always my guy.
That's where I'm leaning.
was
Garnett
always
all
my
day,
guy.
all day Garnett.
But
So
I don't really mess with Tatum and Brown like that, to be honest.
No?
I don't like them.
I like
And
Tatum.
I never liked Al Horford.
I like Tatum.
I don't know.
So
what
I
it
guess
is.
I'm leaning to Boston. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, eh?
That's where I'm at.
That's be your key.
Yeah, eh?
Not even. Not who you got. Yeah. Or who do you want to see win? Who you cheering for?
Many.
Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota.
I want to see many.
Connolly too.
They're-
Connolly deserves a ring at the end of
hungry.
the day too. Yeah, I know.
They're hungry.
They are playing extremely well.
Yeah.
So
Like they're playing
see.
some good
yeah,
basketball, yo.
good team basketball.
Yeah.
Good team basketball.
Yeah, and
But
for them to take
also-
out Denver the way they did, because Denver was playing some good basketball
Yeah,
too.
man.
yo.
Sure.
That's some very high level basketball.
But they're also playing solid team defense.
Defense, yeah. Rudy's over there. Trust me, like I like what they're doing in Minnesota right now.
But we'll see.
And inside the NBA, you saw what happened with that?
What?
Basketball's going back to NBC, yo. Remember that theme song from the 90s, yo?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
I mean, it's rough to see. I don't know, Charles and those guys.
What are they gonna do?
Kenny, I don't know. Man,
all of them?
They ain't got work over there, so TNT's gonna start getting those like random.
What are they gonna do?
Again, I guess I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, Shaq's probably gonna pop back up somewhere on one of these islands with a 21-year-old. So
Shaq's just gonna make another business.
Only going up this year.
Probably, but shout out to those guys.
The amount of businesses he actually has.
He has like, I swear it's like 36.
He doesn't
41.
even talk about them. Keeps it
no.
Raps.
Yeah.
Shout out Inside the NBA every time, but at the same time, shout out our show. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Before we go, I need to stress this again. You know what? It's getting kind of close to that time, but we'll go through this real quick. So, somebody had linked me on the ones
again
the other day.
People don't listen.
Why? I don't know. We had a bit of an exchange in our messenger here, and it says, question: why do y'all have Puffy's music playing in the background when you guys are talking about what he did to Cassie and how it wasn't okay? Playing devil's advocate? My response: answer: I'm not always the one who puts stuff up there. However, I'd appreciate you not messaging me on the ones and putting it in the comments in all caps. That comes to us from a friend of mine who happened to either watch or actually would have been one of the promo clips, so had some commentary about it. SB, what are we gonna do about this? And I think I'd mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
And then we said that we can either touch on this a little bit or we can just dead the argument. But did you want to respond to this viewer at all?
Having said everything that we've been talking about right now, was that see, it's like we need the dialogue. If the comments there, we could actually engage in the conversation. It's not necessarily playing devil's advocate, it's playing digital marketing, it's playing social media.
But you had said in our conversation that it was more about what he was saying.
Did you hear the lyrics? Did you hear the lyrics?
Yeah, but there's that part to it too. It's like, think about maybe that perspective of the entire thing.
So all right, so here, check this out. I'm gonna look up the lyrics real quick, because what he's saying in those lyrics sounds like a pretty messed up. So just so everyone knows, we're talking about the song "Last Night."
That's the song that was used in the post.
Yeah. So what's being said in there is "Last night."
I didn't even have an answer. Is that the line?
What do you mean?
Keep going.
I was just gonna read the part that's in the background. Yeah. Last night I couldn't even get an answer. Yeah. I tried to call, but my pride wouldn't let me dial. And I'm sitting here with this blank expression, and the way I feel, I want to curl up like a child. I thought it's really relative to
exactly
how toxic
in that moment.
How toxic everything has been. It sounds like a toxic relationship, right? I know you can hear. I know you can hear me. I know you. I wish I could sing this right now, but that'd be going off board, right? I know you can feel me. I can't live without you. God, please make me better. I wish I wasn't the way I am. And then it goes into the chorus. If I told you once, I told you twice.
It all sounds like he's like in the moment. We'll continue.
It's the song came out in 2006, but we don't know how long this behavior has been going on.
Yeah.
He had his wife prior with Kim. Yeah. So the angle that I looked at it adding the song in was he could be talking about some of that stuff from so long ago. He could be like these lyrics are so relative to like how horrible this situation is right now. So it's not necessarily about promoting him or anything like that. It's more about the lyrics that he actually used, and then using them in a different context. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with Puff at the end of the day, but
on the next thing with that too, though, Spotify, he still got 10 million monthly listeners.
10 million monthly listeners?
Yeah, monthly listeners.
Well, let's see what happens now. This video just came out, right? So we'll see if that changes.
Which video just came out?
The hotel
security video.
No, I just checked that today. So
what month is that from?
Oh, I got you. I wouldn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, none of his albums are in that Apple 100 though. We'll save that one till next time, maybe. Shout out Lauryn
Were
Hill
they
and that
before?
Miseducation. What? No.
Yeah.
But Apple just released their top 100 songs.
Ending on
album, sorry.
Ending it on a slightly more positive note as well. Biggie's birthday was yesterday. Would have been 52 right now.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
If you really think about it like that, yeah.
Wow. On that note.
R.I.P. Big.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know.
That just kind of made me sad. It's weird. But until next time, yes, this was another episode of Speak Your Perspective. We'll see you next time.